Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. You can follow me. You know what I'm going to make today? I'm sorry to break character. I'm going to make me some pancakes today. Yeah. You know what? I have something to say to y'all, you guys watching me. And I know a couple of you will get what I'm saying, but it's not in a sexual manner, but I like you and I want you. No, let me stop. I had to say that. I was watching the Boondocks earlier today. I was like, whoa. Anyway, it was so funny, Chris Hansen. And that was really him. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you and welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I just wanted to make and crack a few jokes before we get started. We gotta joke, You know, I was looking at some cars earlier, and that's what got me saying it. I don't know what got me saying it. I was just like, I was looking at, I don't want to say which cars, but I was looking at some cars. I was like, I like you and I want you. And we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. Your choice, So, yeah. But anyway, so we are going to watch Fox News. I love watching them, guys. I love every angle, the Faulkner, Focus, all of them. I can't remember all of them. It's so many of them. And the primetime ones, they're wonderful. I can't get this song out of my head, man. Every time I hear that door slam, I just want to say, you know, there goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. I can sing that better, but yeah, I love that song. I love it. Ordinary. Anyway, let's get started. Share screen. Oh my God. The days just coincide together. Trump's birthday with the 250 Army birthday, and now today is Father's Day. I swear, I swear, you guys, happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. You got, even to the deadbeats, they like, I'm trying. To the deadbeat fathers that actually got their kids by default. Happy Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day. You got some deadbeat fathers out there. Who you are? Who are you? Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Anyway, you know, um, to everyone. We know Trump ain't no deadbeat dad. So happy Father's Day to him, founding, one of my founding fathers. Happy Father's Day to you. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers, Black, white, Hispanic, American, excluding the legal immigrants, their fathers, no, excluding the illegal immigrants because they're raping and doing all types of stuff with children and stuff. And everybody else, happy Father's Day. Seriously. I appreciate y'all watching me. You can follow me at the Kimberly Cloud Show 39 on Facebook. If you don't know who I am, I'm about to play the rest of the film. It started. Lucy Morningstar, Domi, Random Edits, Dorothea Thomas, Raul. I have not seen that name. Now I can put a face with the name. No, I can put a word with the name Raul Herrera. Let's get started, man. If I said happy fathers to my dad, he would have been like, "What is that language? What are you speaking of?" And I would have been like, "Happy Father's Day." And he would have been like, "I don't know what that is." I remember, y'all, I got to say this. Hold up. I remember that my dad, it had to be all of 99, 98. And I heard about what happened. I was at home as usual as a hermit. And so they were at Blockbuster and he picked up he was a little illiterate. And so he picked up a DVD case or cuz I don't know if they were still selling VHS tapes. But he picked it up. He was like, "What is this? Naba?" And when they told me what my father said, yo, I was like, whoa. I started laughing, y'all. I'm not clowning. I love my dad, but I'm clowning him a little bit because how you not know what NBA is? How you not know what NBA is? I don't watch NBA, but I know what NBA is. And so he was just like, "What is this? Naba?" I'm just like, what the fuck? He wouldn't leave that crack cocaine alone, man. It was just like New Jack City with him, man. You know, what other show? What other thing? Boys in the Hood with Ice Cube and all that, you know. It was terrible, man. That crack cocaine was terrible. I'm just being honest. That crack cocaine was very terrible. And that's why I don't condone people using it. And now you got methamphetamine out here that is abusive, and it's just terrible, man. Terrible. I left all those things, like I never did crack cocaine, but I left all my hardcore drugs and locked away. I don't want to ever open up that door again. You know, it it was terrible. It was very terrible. You act like a demon. It demonizes you. And that's what I didn't like. But what happened with the opiates is another story. It's a whole beast in itself because you feel euphoric when you use it. You feel very euphoric, but then that goes away and you need more, and then you need more, and then you get stopped up. You literally stopped up, and I'm just saying all it to the drug addicts, try to get off of that shit, man. Try to get off of it. It's not for you guys. This is a demon drug. That's why Travis Scott was like, take all the drugs you need, take all the drugs. They probably didn't have a drought or nothing. And then his Astro World failed miserably. Y'all remember that? Astro World, how people died there. The ground started shaking. Wonder how that happened. See you on the other side t-shirt he was wearing. I mean, it's right in your face, man. It's right in your face. Y'all are drifters. Just like the interview with the devil said. I was a drifter. I don't let Lady Gaga songs take me and 99% take me over, even though her songs aren't demonic, but they are ritualistic. And, you know, we, I know what a drifter is. I don't listen to her music and want a cigarette, listen to their music and want to smoke. It kind of makes you want to smoke. But I'm like, I don't want to fry my brain. I like my brain this way. My brain is working at full capacity now. And I'm like, I don't want to mess up my brain. I don't. I like my brain the way it is. So that's the only thing that's keeping me from smoking. Not that I'm on probation, not that I could go to jail, but that I don't want to fry my brain. I don't want to fry my brain. There are ways around it, and I don't want to be caught up in that situation. I just want my brain to be nice and healthy. And I'm being honest with you guys. You see that egg commercial, they wasting all types of eggs. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, y'all. I remember when it's I don't want to go into detail what I was doing, but I would like to say it was a roller coaster, and I left it alone in my late 20s. I left everything alone in my late 20s. And then when we became legal, when I was around 2017, 2018, I started picking that up. Depending on which state you are in, you can think straight off of it. If I did ever, I'm just being real with y'all. If I ever use weed again, it will be to get sleep. It wouldn't be throughout the day. It wouldn't be throughout the day to perform very terribly on camera. It would be at night when I'm going to sleep if the military can't give me like good sleeping medication. Because I understand, they know that I'm like, I was like addicted to medications, but I'm not. I know that using medications now will fry my brain. And I don't want to end up with dementia at 50. I don't want to end up uh, messed up in the head at 50. I want to do the right things. And that's why I choose not to do drugs. I choose not. It's not good for you, y'all. And I'm being honest. It's just not good for you. From a cigarette, when I was smoking cigarettes, I kept passing out. I have a tumor in my brain the size of a grain of salt. I don't know if it's grown. I don't want to be back in that MRI. Hopefully, I don't have no signs of it's growing. But I found that out in 2016, and I I truly felt bad. I didn't even know I had it. I didn't even know I had it. And when I smoke cigarettes, it makes me pass out. Literally, if I'm standing up, I pass out. I didn't even know I passed out 3 times at the CVS in Santa Maria, California from smoking. I passed out, went to the hospital, and got this real fucked up doctor that treated me like I was on drugs, which the only drug I was on was marijuana, and I told them that. And they made it seem like it was nothing. Like in Santa Maria, they didn't even care about your health. And I just, I don't know. I passed out 3 times. I passed out 3 times. And it was really terrible. That's why I don't smoke cigarettes. And plus, it messes up your teeth. And yeah. So, to all those people out there smoking, please stop because it's no good. I don't think I was smoking since I was 15. Some people still smoke and they don't care because I mean, I don't understand why some people smoke and have a family. Like I smoke because I didn't have a family, because I didn't have my mother and I didn't care about how I died. But now I look at people who have family and the family keep telling them to stop smoking and they won't stop smoking. It's just stupid, you know? I got off of it cold turkey when I went to jail. I didn't even have a nicotine patch. And I got off of cold turkey a lot of drugs, you know. So I just feel like there's no excuse. You can't say you're addicted. There's if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm a sucker for opiates, but I know that as long as I'm using them for the right reasons, which is pain temporarily, I'm good. But it messes up your brain. It makes you think, it rewires your brain. And that's what I don't want. That's why they always use it temporarily, because it rewires your brain. And if I can get off, I mean, I got off of 3 opiates cold turkey. They cut me off in Hawaii. I could have got it, but I missed the appointment. And because I was so messed up, I was so messed up, so very messed up. And I'm telling my story because if I can get off of it, so can you. I've got off of weed cold turkey. I've got off of all types of things cold turkey. And it's not easy, but it's not hard unless you want to be a drifter and sit up there and blame society, your environment, and everything else for the reason why you're smoking or smoking weed. And that's what we do. I used to blame the world for the reason why I did drugs. I didn't care. But now I care about my body and I see the stuff that's wrong with my body, not physical, I mean, not cosmetic, but like internal, like the tumor and stuff of that nature. And so I'm trying to get whatever I need to fixed. And that's that. I'm more worried about my health because how can I run as a senator and work tirelessly hours after hours and I can't function the whole day or throughout the night? I've talked about this to my doctor and they seem to like not my dentist, that they seem to ignore what I say and treat me like it's just in my head, like a mental health issue. And so that's why I'm going to wait until I move, because I know something is wrong. We did a colonoscopy and everything was fine. I just have a little, and an endoscopy, I just have a little heartburn rash in my esophagus. So I take uh, Prilosec and Zantac, and that's it. But we have to dig deeper to figure out what's going on with me because of certain things that happens to me that I'm very aware of, and I won't be able to function fully for a long period of time and focus for a long period of time. I'm not asking for no amphetamines. I'm just asking for them to check me out a little deeper. Just because I'm healthy overall, don't say, well, we did this for you. That's all we're going to do for you, type thing. Keep checking, because I know a person knows when something is wrong with them. So that's how I feel. And that's why I'm not going to rant about it. I'm just going to sit up there and wait till I move to where I'm going. And I'm going to tell them the whole story of what happened. And I'm going to tell them exactly what's been going on. You know, I used to sit up there and say, hey, look, the VA is taking care of me. The only people I have is my doctors and yada, yada, yada. But they proved me wrong when I looked through my doctor's notes at how vile and nasty they can be writing my documents. Like, my psychiatrist even said, my psychiatrist, I hope he don't change on me, but my psychiatrist even said, he said, you know, he kept throwing me hints. He kept throwing me hints, y'all. He kept saying, well, I wouldn't write notes very openly. I wouldn't write my doctor's notes very openly. And I kept wondering, what the fuck is he talking about? You know? And then something, it just clicked. It just clicked. Like this. Like doing that. And I said, let me look at my notes. I said, let me look at my notes. And Lord and behold, my notes look like garbage. It looked like somebody put their emotion in it instead of being a doctor. It seemed like they're more mad that I like Trump than being a doctor or a social worker. And that's how it is. My notes. If I was bold enough, I would show y'all my doctor's notes, but I'm not going to do that because I have nothing to hide. And it was just terrible. It's just terrible. So now when I carry on to the next destination, they're going to look at it and they're going to be like, what happened here? Like every one of them, every note from every doctor that I've seen has some type of garbage monologue in it, sentence that just sounds so that they either lied or exaggerated. I won't get into a bigger word. Exaggerated, and it's just terrible. It's terrible. What do I do? So I called the director I called the director, and the director, hopefully, of the psychiatry department that goes down the list. And then I'm going to ask to speak to the the head of dental. And then I'm going to ask to speak to the head of the primary care because I don't think my chart is being written down right. And it's nothing that can change right now. There's absolutely nothing. You can't go back, erase, and try to remember what you were typing. You're making me look bad. So if I ever ran for Senate again and won, somebody can actually break the HIPAA law and say, oh, well, she's like this and that, and she's like this. And it's not right. It's not right. How would they feel if I did that to them? They would call me psychotic, loony. You know, it's scary when somebody with the power to hold your fate is writing really wrong stuff about you. It's just, you know, and then you show it to somebody and they like, is this true? And now all of a sudden, no Hispanics are following me. Except for today, I was trying to slow down because they kept trying to slow down on purpose. And when I made my left hand turn, they slowed all the way down on a green light. On a green light, they slowed down and stopped practically and then kept going. When I talk to my dentist, I'm going to tell her, look, I don't need to tell her about my finances. I'm just going to tell her that she needs to trust that I will be back and forth. She allowed it before, and then all of a sudden she reneged. I don't know if my social worker is talking to her or, telling her it's all in my head, because they've been trying to reach out to my psychiatrist, and my psychiatrist, like, I don't talk to them. He knows something wrong. All of a sudden my PRRC want to sit up there and talk to him. You know, once I said I contacted OIG, we don't even talk like that, but we talk enough. He treats me with respect, with dignity. He don't treat me like a patient, like he's above me or something. And that's why I choose men. That's why I choose certain men, not all men, but certain men to take care of my health care. Because certain men that have an agenda, a bad agenda, will write bad things. But a psychiatrist, for some reason, I've never had a problem. Two problems with two of them: Marion Hospital and the Philadelphia VA. But other than that, I have never had a problem with any of them. And it's just sad, man. They write your fate. They write your fate. I have never used my emotion as a counselor working at Starting Point, working at other places for years and stuff. I, as a counselor trainee, I have never put my emotion in anything that a person says or does because they're on methadone. I never saw myself better. Some of the counselors did. I didn't, because I know I was one step away from relapsing anyway. So, yeah, I mean, look at the mayor. The mayor of DC got caught smoking crack. The mayor of DC got caught smoking crack. You can only, everybody is hiding something. I'm not saying I'm going to do drugs because I know it's going to hurt me in the long run. I'm saying these politicians sit up there and pretend like, oh, well, nothing is going on with me. Everything is copacetic. And it's not. It's not. Behind closed doors, they're doing something. Either their husband is, I want to say it so bad. Their husband is effing the maid. We know that happened. I think Tampon was the one, or Kamala Harris' husband. I don't remember who, but they're not perfect like they portray themselves to be, and it's very sad. They don't take drug tests. They don't take drug tests, and they don't care if you have a felony uh unless you're a high end politician. And it's just sick. So I'm saying this to say that I'm making work, but there's some things that are going on with me right now that I need to get checked out and I'm scared of. And even if I'm healthy, I want to hear a full clearance that I am fully healthy. And then we're going to figure out, well, what is that problem going on with me? What is the problem going on with me? We're going to figure it out. And I'm going to ask for a male doctor, primary care doctor. I'm going to ask for a male psychiatrist, and I'll be good where I'm headed at. I don't want no social workers. I can do it all on my own. You get social workers into it, they get all in your business, just prying. Well, what is this? This look like a black t-shirt. Well, what is this? This look like a heart-shaped tool. Well, like the doctor, with the square and the heart, the surgery, the little toy we used to play with in the 80s. So let's get started. Thank you for watching. That's what they do. They go for the energy and the oil. They sit up there and and then they mess up their Iran hit Israel energy source. That is so wrong. Now Israel need to hit their military and wherever they getting these drones to come out of. That's what they need to do. They need to blast that, no cussing, blast them. Oh, Israel. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I was reading backwards. Israel launches on. All right, good job. Good job. Ah! See, Iran is doing what Iran wants to do. Excuse me. Like, really, I think that Israel should bunker down and continue like figure out, get some insight from somebody from Iran with intel to see where these sites are at and sit up there and start ruining, like wipe them and drain them until it's zero that they can do, because they're talking about doing something to the United States, and that I have a problem with. You know, I have a problem with everything as a whole, with Israel being attacked too. But they think that they can just attack the USA. So I'm telling you, if it does happen, it's going to be terrible for them, because they're going to get dried out really quickly. We got we got so many air, like, I can see it happening. I'm sorry I got my eyes closed, but I can see it happening. Like, missiles, they're going to take him out. They're going to actually, cuz last time Biden, he took out a high-end person with a Ginzu missile, or some type of Ginzu little missile thing that was like, it shredded him up inside. It literally shredded him up. It killed him. It was pointed for him, which means that they got visualization on their property. So it will be very terrible if they fuck with the United States in ghetto terms, because they will kill. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. It will be easy, very easy. One last thing. I'm sorry to cut y'all off in the middle of y'all talking about Iran and Israel, but what was I going to say, y'all? um, oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue. This has got to stop. Like, when I think of the thought, it'll come back. We need to get more coverage for senators and protests, like for senators and congressmen and representatives, because they were shot by a man claiming to be a police officer or a sheriff or something. That's what I wanted to say. And it's just getting terrible. I wouldn't have answered the fucking door. I wouldn't have answered the door at all. Um, but they answered the door. If I don't know who you are, I'm not answering the door. you know like when the only people that came and visited me was Social Security, and it was funny as crap. I'm like, they like, well, don't you got this business? I'm like, I'm not making no money from it. Actually, I owe them. I gotta pay them anyway. But anyway, I'm like, I was like, I'm not making no money right now. I'm trying. I told him I'm trying. I'm trying to get a business together. I'm trying to do the right things, but it just don't want to work out that way. I guess I don't want to be on a set income. I don't. I want to be making at least I don't want to put a ballpark on it, but my heart goes out to that. Even though they Democrats, my heart goes out to them because nobody deserves to die. And Tampon was talking about he's getting all the publicity. He never used to get publicity, I don't think. And he's talking about it was politically motivated. So if you ever say that this was Trump related, I'm going to be mad. This is not Trump related. This is a man with his own conscious mind who sought to do this. And that's why we need to make sure that those addresses are private. When you sign up to be a senator, you have to put your address out there. And they get it, and then they do stuff to you. The same with judges. Imagine that AI technology. Imagine that AI technology where they can predict where a missile actually is going to fall. It's like I don't want to say playing a game because this isn't a game. This is real life. People lives are in danger. But you detecting, you seeing a missile coming towards a certain part of your area, you have to be looking in some type of 3D type thing where you see it and then you it's like they got a lot of good technology. They do. Today is a great day today though. Today is June 15th, 2025. So you got June, which is 6, you got 15, which is 6, and you got 9. That's another 369 day. I love 369 days. I'm gonna stop here, you guys, because I have something to do today. Oh my God, they did it again. I had y'all connected. So, anyway, y'all heard it. I'm gonna stop here because I have something to do today. But I just wanted to tell y'all, I hope that y'all have a beautiful Sunday. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all black people. Y'all black people enjoy Juneteenth. I'm just kidding. I'm black, so I can say that. Us black people enjoy Juneteenth. You know, I remember I was in Philadelphia and I went to the what is it called? Um, it's not Eastern Star. It's Freemason. It was a Freemason building downtown. I was trying to get in it. It was huge. I was trying to get in it, but no luck. I would park my car and just walk, and they had beautiful ladies, African ladies, just dancing, and the news was there. It was beautiful. I had a beautiful time. I got there really early, just like I'm about to get here early where I'm going. So y'all take care, be safe. I'll be back on here to watch the rest of this later. Bye.
Never waste my time, you all I want.